Hello and welcome back. Castle here, and today we're going to get started on this slime island. It's actually an island up in the sky. You probably saw them if you've played Tinkers. You know what they are. But we're coming up here because we're going to get some slime blocks. We're going to use bouncy. We're going to use these slime blocks for a lot of things. The green ones you can use for getting traditional slime balls used for sticky pistons or whatever. We're actually going to use them for some sweet modes of transportation here. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest up some of these slime blocks from here and get you down the base. Alright, so now that we've made it back from the slime island, what we're going to get started with today, I mentioned we're going to do some farms in the last episode, and we'll get to those, I promise. But first we're gonna get some essential gear. Now some of this I've already crafted just because I needed it for gathering resources, and I need the rest, and I decided I'll pause and do the gear, and then we'll go get the animals and whatnot we need for the farms. So we're gonna need these slime balls for this. We're gonna need some string. We're gonna need some leather. So I have a lot of leather, and you're probably wondering, how do I get so much leather? Well, Tinkers has these drying racks, which you can use to, why don't we just find them here? I'll show you. Basically, you can use these to hang things on and dry them, right? So within drying, if you take cooked meats and put them in the drying rack, it will give you leather after 8 minutes and 30 seconds, which is a really long time, right? Now, if you take there's a lot of other things. So you can make the noodles, make dried noodles, put rotten flesh on it, you get jerky. If you do raw meat, it makes the jerky variety of that meat. So instead of cooking it, you can do this if you really wanted to. You can also put these slime balls on here, because if you eat these, they actually give you effects. That's something that Tinkers adds, and they have a negative effect and a positive effect. But if you draw them out into these drops, then they give you the positive effect. So speed, jump boost, luck, health boost, fire resistance. So for example, I use this instead of making fire resistance potions, because I can create a slime farm and I can set them up to automatically with a hopper go down and continuously dry those out. Also make leather like we saw already. You can make dried bricks out of clay or dried clay, then you can use for decoration. You can put your sponge through here, and you can make dead bushes as well if you really wanted to. Anyway, so that's how I got so much leather. Really nice way to do it. Anyway, so we also need just sticks. So first thing we're going to make is the hang glider. Now I use this to get around quickly from location to location. It's kind of like it's from Open Blocks. It's kind of like their version of the Elytra. So I need to make wings. 2 of those. So 2 sticks and 6 leather. Jeez, sorry. And then we will just combine the other with a stick, and we have a hang glider. Now, as most hang gliders go, you can, if you right click, you put it on and you hang glide. So we can run and jump off here. glide around. Whee! Which is nice. Now, we're going to combine this with, I actually don't know if using fireworks works like it does with the lighter. I've never actually tried it because I use this solution, and I probably should test it out. So we're just going to use the blue ones because I got lots of those. We're going to make these boots. So block and the slime ball give you boots. Now, what do these do? Basically, what these do is if you fall farther than a block, they let you jump. But you notice I'm not getting any fall damage. Now, it can be kind of annoying when you fall from great heights and you bounce and bounce and bounce, but it saves your life. Otherwise, you accidentally click out of the hang glider, or something happens, it glitches, you fall to your death. So, not quite nice. Now, this is all great, but you either have to nerd pull up or climb a mountain to get anywhere. So, and that's not as useful. So, we're going to craft one more thing. I think we need them before night. Is we're going to come in here, and we saw it when we actually did this, right? Slime Sling. Now, let's use a blue one. We'll sleep real quick and then we'll test this out. Alright, so what the slime sling does is if you hold it and you right click and let go, it launches you, which with slime boots that you can hop along pretty quick. Now combine that with the open blocks hang glider and we can do some pretty fast traveling. So, at this point, my OBS lagged out because of the lag from my game, and it caused some issues with the recording. But it's a very effective way to travel, one of the ways I prefer the most when going long distances. So, we'll jump back into the recording here, but just take note that traveling super fast can cause pretty heavy lag on your game. Now, if you time it right, you can just drop and put your hang glider back on. Now, the other thing you can do with the hang glider is you can put it, I do it in that hand, so that way you can still use something in this hand, which is probably how you would do it if you want to use fireworks. Maybe we will craft up some fireworks and test that out. Anyway, let's move on to the next item. So, the next item we're going to make is going to be a backpack, because backpacks are super useful, which, if you notice, I already have one on. I've been using this thing for a while, so let's take a look at the recipe here. So I'm using Void's Smart Backpacks. I think it's one of the better mods. So you have these tiers of backpacks. You have a basic backpack, which you just craft with 3 wool, 3 leather, a chest, and 2 string. And you can then upgrade your backpack to a reinforced backpack, right? Which you use this hardened leather, which is flint, iron, nuggets, and leather. And you put them in 4 like this with the iron, basic backpack in the middle, and chest. Upgrades it, have more space. You can add more of these upgrades, which we'll be going over a few of them. I created a tutorial video on this as I was prepping this, so there should be a card on the screen now if you want to go look at that one. Has more details on that, but then upgrade again to an advanced, and then an ultimate, which uses the shulkers and some dragon skills. So this is very expensive, but you can basically, with some of these upgrades, you can basically have your whole base travel with you. So anyway, so Normally you have these in your menu, and you click them to open them when you have them in your hand, or if you hold crouch, or sorry, Shift B, it actually puts it on your back. And then if you use the B key, which is the hotkey, which is configurable, you can open it that way as well. Now, you've got your inventory. I was going around collecting wood and saplings. And then you've got your modifiers. So your basic backpack can have 5. Once you go to a reinforced and then advanced, your inventory gets bigger, as well as you can have more modifiers. So we're actually going to make some upgrades here. So to make an upgrade, you need these upgrade bases. So we need some stone and some pressure plate, which I think we need actual stone. It can't be cobblestone. So let's come here. Ooh, I wonder if we can use doorway. We'll check. If not, we'll have to cook us up some stone. Grab some of this just in case. Iron's over here. Cook some more iron up. I need to put my floor in so I'm not looking outside that. So pressure plate. Surrounded by stone like that. Nope, needs to actually be stone. Okay. Alright, now that we've got enough stone, let's go ahead and make an upgrade base. Go like this. Now, we want to make this Magnum Grid. This is one I use in most of my worlds, because what this does, if you read the tooltip, it collects in a 24 by 12 by 24 box. So if something's within 24 blocks of me, it'll pull it to me. I don't have to like go find it. So it's really nice when you're chopping down trees or things like that. You don't have to wander around collecting all this happening. So let's see what that required. That required 3 hoppers. So let's make some more of you. Let's go hopper. 1, 2, 3. That. Make it. Alright, now what I need to do is hit B, go to my upgrades, and I just drop this in here. Now, see how it clicked it even though I was pretty far away. So, if we come down here, yeah, let's come harvest our trees we're growing. See how I jumped extra far with these boots? Keep it kind of annoying. Oop. I have another mod on here, which is the fall boots, but I'm going to wait to craft those until I'm at a higher tier. I feel like a more advanced. See, no saplings all around me. All coming to me, which is also nice when you're mining, so you don't like stuff doesn't get lost. Yeah. Trees kind of suck because they don't work well with this wood chopping mod as well, because they've got basically it detects if there's logs stacked on top of each other, and then if there's leaf blocks from there. Anyway, sweet. So the backpack, very useful. We'll be upgrading it soon because this is not a lot of room. Some of the other good useful ones, you can do ones, for example, pulling, which will, instead of putting them in items from the ground in your inventory, it'll put them in the backpack. Compressing is nice. So, for example, if you are collecting different ores, not ores, like redstone, dust, it'll try to collect it and put it into a block, right? Or anything that can be used as a block, it'll try to compress it. So if you're mining and you want to keep your space clean, it's nice. Be careful with this one though, because sometimes It's not reversible like it is like with iron blocks or things like that. And then yeah, it goes on and on. There's RF storage. There's air so you can breathe underwater, which we will definitely be using. Mending, which is really nice. A bunch of stuff. Lighting, place torches. Anyway, a lot of really useful stuff there. Like I said, I covered it in that other video, so go check that out if you're interested in that. And let's look at our next item. See some bread. Good and nice. All right, and the last piece of equipment we're gonna make today is over here. Golden lasso from Extra Utilities. So we're gonna use this to collect our mobs. It's basically a Pokeball. So it requires 4 string and 4 nuggets, but on top of that, it also uses 8 XP to craft. So if I want one of those, see I have 22 levels, boom, now I have 14. And I probably want 2, at least 2, so I can collect 2 of each animal for free. They don't stack. Anyway, so that is the equipment we need. As you can see, I crafted a kind of crappy hammer just because I was mining for this basalt to make this, and it was a pain, so I needed my hammer. Anyway, we'll be making a nice hammer later, and has all the upgrades and everything we want on it. So that is that. All right, with that, I think we're ready to go. Go get those animals. Start a farm. How's that sound? Pick out where we want it to be, and it'll be good. So let's head out. All right, here we are. Found some little piggies. Ooh, there's my button. There we go. So we take these golden lasso, and we go, and he's mine. Now this keeps all the NBT data, so if you've named your piggy or Mr. Bacon, now I got 2. I'll take these back to base, and then we'll keep looking for, I want sheep and some cows. Alright, meet you back at base. This gives us a nice view of our valley. So we slowly glide in, kind of pick out where we want farm to be. Actually kind of thinking back over here. Let's come over here. Let's just come up here and have a look. So what I'm thinking, I want to kind of make a river running through here. I think that'd be awesome. A little canal. Make it look like it's coming from a waterfall over here or something. We're going to do some of our industrial buildings throughout here, right? So part of the river, I'll have the water wheel, the windmill from immersive engineering. Then we'll do power plant and other stuff there. So that's gotta leave space for that. I'm thinking maybe over here is where we'll do our tinkers, and maybe another building over here, kind of for this older age. We're gonna sleep, and then we got our farm here, which we'll clean up and put what crops we want, and do our animal farm there. All right. Well, we'll come in here and we'll terraform and plan out a little better for now. But since we just want to go out and collect our animals, just put a quick little pin in here. And we'll drop them in here. And we'll drop our other one in here. All right. Let's start to our farm. Let's go find sheep. Oh. Expand this way. Good, some sheepies and some cows. And I'll be right back. Just cruising around, looking for some animals. Oh, down. There's still these villagers' cows. They don't appreciate them. Magical golden lasso. So much easier. You know, it's also nice. Golden lasso. But you can still villagers, which makes this a lot nicer for creating your own village. We'll come to that. So if you're wandering around, the nice thing about the new updates is you can just place down their workstations and create the kinds of villagers. Alrighty, now we have 2 of the 3. And chickens spawn like crazy in here. In fact, that's how I got all the leather. It's from chickens. Leather from chickens. There you go. Alright, let's go find some sheepies so we can make a wool farm. Ha! Caught that rabbit. Oh, the other one fell to its death. Where? I did not expect to catch rabbits because they're kind of a pain, but it had a hard time with this snow. Though the other one died, so now I just have 1 rabbit. Aha! 2. I forgot a piece of equipment. My notes were incomplete. We're gonna go back and sleep, and we will craft 1 more very important piece of gear for exploration. Alright, let's put our rabbits down. We'll have to make another pen because I wasn't planning on rabbits. Oh no! Good thing we've got these golden lassos here. Dang creepers. And there we go. Oh, rabbits can totally hop out of those. What am I thinking? Of course they can. Why did I not think they can? Oh, and I dropped him again. And he just died, didn't he? Let's... Oh, why? You get a too high fence. I guess I didn't know. They really made a rabbit farm. So it's not my fault I didn't know. So this makes it nice for getting in and out of these. Ha! That little rabbit. There's your buddy. So we can jump 2 fences. No? Don't think so. Let's put a roof on here. Escape artists. Anyway. Back to our essential piece of equipment that we forgot. It is very, very, very important. We are going to actually come harvest this. I don't know if we'll need some. And that very important equipment that we forgot is the sleeping bag. Now I have the Comforts mod installed, though OpenBox does also have a sleeping bag that comes with it, but it's more expensive, so we're just going to plus these we can do whatever color we want. So it's just 3 wool in a row like that. I can use this cotton to make wool, which is nice. Very, very nice. And we need 3. I mean, once we get our wool farm, it won't matter. But white sleeping bag is fine, I guess. But what kind of flowers do we have? These like little purple ones, violets. We'll make some sleeping bag. There we go. Now we're fancy. Fancy. I mean, we're just, we need to do a warehouse type storage room. So we can sort all our stuff. All right. So now that we have our very important, almost forgot it. I'm going to empty my inventory. We're going to go back out and we're going to look for some sheep. There they are. Now do we want black sheep? Doesn't matter. All right. I'm glad I came north. Back to the beast. Phone plan again. Wiggle little worm. Alright, we're back and it's almost nighttime, so let's show up our nifty little whatchamacallit? Sleeping sleeping bag. So the sleeping bags are nice. Instead of taking a bed with you, because a bed resets your spawn point, whereas a sleeping bag does not. So you can sleep in it on your adventures without the fear of your spawn point resetting. Sleep. And there we go. Put our last forgot what creeper hole. We'll just make it disappear. Never happened. Come in, we'll put it here. The cows. Again, we're gonna build a. Oh shoot. So we're gonna make it a little smaller. There we go. Put our sheep in here. We're gonna make a barn with the farms inside of it, so it looks nice. But for now, this works. And now we have some animals. Some rabbits. Lots of little guys. So we will use these to start our farms, and so we can collect the food and the other nice goodies from them. All right, for the last part of our gears episode, come back here. I worked on this just a little bit off camera. I'm not really loving the style. I haven't had any of the detailing, so it still looks really plain, but I think I'm gonna switch up the materials or something here. So I'm not loving what I was imagining. But we're gonna work on some armor. So I've got installed Construx Armory, which basically is like the Tinker's Construct tools, but for armor, which I've never actually played with before. So this will be pretty exciting. So first off, we need to make some stencils. I guess even more first off, we need to make an Armory Station. So if we come in here, the recipe is a crafting table with 4 blank patterns, and we get Armor Station, which we can then turn into an Armory Forge, which we're just going to go straight to that. Oh, well, we are. After this fills up. Anyway, while it's going, if you come in, you get this materials and new Armory Addendum. You start with it usually, but if you need to make it, it's just taking the original materials in you and adding a blank pattern. Anyway, in here, you'll notice it's got an introduction, talks about the armor stuff, and then it goes into the materials similar to the Tinker stuff. And essentially, armors are made up of a core, some plates for reinforcement, and some trim. And then again, each of the different materials have different attributes. So we're not going to go into these right now. This probably won't be our final set of armor. I want something because we're going to start looking next episode at exploring some. We're going to explore some more some dimensions. We're going to try to wrap up this this first era pretty quickly. So we need to come in here. We'll make some stencils. So we need this is the helmet core pattern. We need the chest plate core pattern. We need the leggings core pattern and the boots core pattern. And then we need armor trim plate, and we need an armored plates pattern. Now, I think we're going to need real quick. I'm pretty low on clay, so I'm going to go grab some clay real quick. Put the clay in here. We need to start making some good patterns that are made out of the gold or the aluminum brass. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to, like I said, we're just going to make a kind of preliminary set of armor we'll upgrade later. And the nice thing about the armor's construct is once you have that kind of armor on, you can actually add cosmetic armor. So you can make an armor that looks really nice and put it on and have one that has the features you want underneath, which is pretty nice. The only downside is it takes 2 sets of armor, but you only get the benefits of the non-cosmetic kind. Alright, so let's come in here. Let's put these in our pattern chest. Switch to them. We're just going to make them out of stone. And we're going to... Okay, so we're going to need a whole bunch of these actually. So we'll need one for each set of armor. So we'll do chest plate, leggings, helmet, boots, and I'm actually going to need one of each of these. Right, so come back here, we're going to need one, because we're making an individual cast for each one, right? And again, I should have just done some gold, but this is fine. So I'll show you the reason you need to do that. So we'll come over here and we'll make a cast out of this. Make sure clay. Now what I'm going to do, and I don't know if this is the best combination, I still need to play around with it, is we're going to do a silver base because it's got good protection. And it'll help us protect us against undead mods. Like this zombie coming at us. Ooh, pants. Alright. As well as gives durability, and then we'll add so I'm going to do, if we come back to the materials, we can do silver and then night slime trim. Or sorry, night slime plates, and then probably I think it was obsidian. No. Oh, bronze, which is dense. So basically, it adds extra durability on top of that. We can do that as a trim. I think it'll look nice too. But then the night slime has high durability as the plates. That's what we're going to use as plates. It also gives us this invigorating, which I think increases your health. So I'm going to pour these all up and we'll put them together. Alright, I'm ready for the night slime piece. So to make night slime, you need iron, seared stone, which you can make using cobblestone. So we'll just add a couple rows of that, as well as this congealed slime block. So if we come in here, got a few of these. Then we need the purple one. And the purple one, so I came over here and I have a purple slime island. If you find one that's got the purple grass, you'll find the congealed slime blocks in the water, similar to where we're looking at this one over here. As well as these trees you see with the purple leaves, they will have a chance of dropping, the leaves themselves when they're broken have a chance of dropping the purple slime balls. So they are renewable in the fact that you can grow the trees that have the purple leaves, have a chance, but it's not as good as like the green ones or the orange ones later that we'll get from the nether. Anyway, so if we come in here, this stone's taking forever to melt. Oh, plus one in my map, it pauses it. So this liquid slime, 6 buckets. Let's see what happens here. When we get the cobblestone to melt, it should make the night slime, which has a lot of good properties. Let those melt. Alright, as you can see, it's starting to combine the seared stone, the iron, and the night slime. So if we put iron, looks like it needs more stone. So we'll just melt the rest of this here. But we can go ahead and let's start making the plates. The plates take 3. So we have, I think we can make one. While those are going, we'll go ahead and start making some of this other sets of armor that we can. So if we come in here, let's start with our leggings. So we take the legging base, take the plates, and the trim. Alright, looks a little interesting, but that's okay. It'll give us what we want. Like I said, we'll make some better armor going on later. So come in here, change this to breastplate. There, and trim. Alright. Pretty good. A little extra purple. That's okay. Alright, and if we come in here, we can do our boots. And we can do our helmet. Alrighty, so there we have it. It doesn't look the best, but it works, and it's gonna be really nice for us. It looks like a tank. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for our gear. The only other thing I'm going to probably craft is a weapon, but we'll get started next time on looking at some dimensions and a few other things to get us out of this beginning stage. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.